Welcome back, guys. We've just been captured by the Turks and now we've been put in some cells. We will of course escape, as always. Now the reason why this video is so long is because I wanted to capture the whole escape from Midgar in one video. So I think roughly there's about 3 boss fights in this video. One of them is Rufus, which we haven't met yet. And then there's a couple, but it's all in the same fight. There's a couple of bosses in the elevator, and then right at the end, after the motorbike mini game, there's a boss after that too. Now at this point, if you just want to get out, just choose let's just sleep. Me personally, I'm sick of sitting through long scenes of talking. It's not even talking, you're having to read it. And just like magic, the door's open. I would have thought it would have woke him up, but there you go. Just go back in and get Tifa. Don't forget to re-equip your players with materials and any change of equipment that you'd like to do. You don't need to equip the enemy skill on anyone yet because there aren't any to learn just yet, not until we leave Midgar, so there's no point filling up a slot with that material because it'd be entirely useless at this point. You just want to follow Nanake, or should I say Red 13? Through this part. You basically just need to follow the blood trail. And President Shinra is dead. I'm only sorry that I couldn't kill the fat bastard myself. Now you just need to head outside where you'll meet what is now the new president of Shinra. I actually quite like him in the films. So, but I did always think that he died in this game. Spoiler alert, sorry. So I was surprised to see him in the movie. Even though in this game, and let's be honest, he is a bit of a shit. I still like him in the movie. It's the same with Reno and Rude. They're not overly likeable in the game, but they're really, really funny and likeable in the movie. Now, Cloud will be fighting Rufus, just not at this point right now. Before you head out of this area, you need to make sure that you've got all the equipment and materials on Ares, Red 13 and Barrett, because they take on the two bosses in the elevators. And then it'll switch back to Cloud after that. The main thing that you're going to need for this boss battle coming up is lightning and cure. That's all you're really going to need. Because Ares and Red 13 can't do physical attacks on it because they can't reach it. So the only one that can do normal attacks is Barrett, because he's got a long range weapon. So it will probably be better to give lightning materia to Red 13 and Ares so that they can attack it too. Red 13's limit break will reach it, even though it's a physical attack, and he still has to jump over to get it. I can't see why his normal attack can't do that, but then again, these games don't always make sense that way. So if you just do that, you'll be absolutely fine in this next fight. Once you finish this guy off, don't celebrate too soon, because there is another one that drops in its place straight away, but that one is nothing to worry about either. That's also weak to lightning as well, so you'll be absolutely fine. And here comes the second one. Just keeping it, attacking it with bolt and limit breaks. There's not really much more to it. Okay, now that's done with, it's going to switch back over to Cloud. So you're going to want to remove everyone's equipment and materia, and then equip it onto Cloud. Now the first thing you're going to want to do when you get into the fight as well is get rid of the, I don't even know what it's called. It's like a wolf or something like that that's stood next to him. You want to get rid of him straight away, because he does cast barrier on Rufus, and that reduces the damage of your physical attacks, which is clearly a pain in the arse. But after that, just attacking with limit breaks, normal attacks, materia, it's entirely up to you. Either way, it's an easy fight. I've noticed a few differences in what is said to each other in this game. From the PS1 version, that point when he just said, I guess, that we won't be allies, I'm pretty sure that in the PlayStation 1 version he says, I'm pretty sure we won't be friends. And there's something else much later on in the game, something that Yuffie says. I think Barrett shouts at her or something like that and she like ducks. And in the PlayStation 1 version, all that comes up on screen is kin, as in she's half said fucking hell or something like that. And that always made me laugh, but in this version it's changed to something else and it's not even funny, and so some things they didn't need to change. There was obviously a good few things that they did need to change, like in the battle arena, when you were deciding whether you wanted to go on to the next fight or not. In the PlayStation 1 version it said off course instead of off course, and then earlier on in the game, in one of my earlier videos, where Ares says this guy are sick instead of is sick. So I guess they have changed a few things that needed changing, but they definitely shouldn't have changed that one that Yuffie said. That was quite funny. Anyway, so as I said, that was quite an easy battle. Nothing to worry about at all. Now what you're going to want to do from here is head back down to where Tifa is, and then you will regroup with your party. And that is when you will escape from the Shinra building, and we'll move on to the motorbike minigame, which is quite fun. It took me a little while to get used to this because obviously I'm playing with the keyboard, which is for the first time ever with this game. So figuring my keys out as well has been quite difficult for me during this walkthrough. But it's pretty simple. If you see a bike to the left, hit it with your sword on the left, and same on the right. Now the yellow bikes, they're really easy to knock off. The red ones though, they will dodge you as much as they possibly can. What you're better off doing is trying to lead them up against the side and like bang into them from the front and they'll fall off. One thing I did see in this version that I didn't see in the PlayStation 1 version that I played is there's blue bikes in this one as well, but they're just as easy as the yellow ones to knock off. So anyway guys, have fun! And this is boss number 3. Again, not overly difficult. It will use an attack against you that will, I think it's a fire attack, and it'll attack all 3 at the same time, but nothing to worry about, especially if you've got Cure equipped with the all materia, where you can cure your characters all in one go. But Bolt works best, to be honest, and Limit Breaks. And there we go. We've practically escaped from Midgar. All that's left now is to climb down from this road, and then we'll be in the open world. And that's where it gets more fun, in my opinion. I always found the Midgar part of this game, the beginning part of it, a little boring, because it's so straightforward, you can't really go off and explore anything. But especially later on as well, when you get your airship, there's all sorts that you can do. And once you've chosen your party members, you're ready to head out and head towards Calm, but that will be in the next video. Now, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe.